Cadillac has been on a tear creating all electric versions of its super luxury SUVs. So back here is the Escalade IQ, I'll show you that. This is the Lyriq, this is the one that we all know. This is the Optiq, this red one is the Optiq, which is a compact sort of entry-level luxury electric SUV. But I'm going to show you this. This is the Vistiq, or Vistiq if you like to say it in French. The Vistiq, and this is comparable to the Cadillac XT6, which is the 3-row SUV, and you're going to be shocked at a couple of things I'm going to show you in the Cadillac Vistiq. This is the Cadillac Vistiq. This is a 2026 model, so we're not going to see this out on the market until late 2025, so probably September, maybe even August of 2025. But think of this as comparable to the Cadillac XT6. So it is a 3-row midsize SUV. It's probably about the size also of like a Chevy Traverse. So it's not quite as large as a full-size SUV. That is the full-size SUV over there. But this is a smaller version. The charge panel for the Vistiq is right here. You just press it and it reveals the charge port. This is the old level 3 standard, so this is level 2, and then you add this for the fast charge. They are adding an adapter for Tesla supercharging, which is the NACS standard, and then eventually it will come with the NACS standard, but it will be compatible with Tesla superchargers. One of the thoughtful things that Cadillac did is they made the handles pull out the way that we open the door. So instead of the handle pulling out at an awkward angle, they made it at a very natural angle. And then let's hop inside. Oh, and here's the door latch here on the interior. But let's hop inside and see what the Vistiq holds here. Now this just rolled out. I'm gonna look this. I'm gonna toss my phone right down there. This just was introduced at the Detroit Auto Show. And I want you to notice here, it's got this really beautiful glass, flat glass piece here, and this is the driver's display and the multimedia system. So we have really nice graphics here. This is where you're going to find all of your multimedia function. There's a nice little screen here that'll give you some basic information, and the driver display here. And then over on this side, there's even more information here. So you can tap these different functions and see different things. Cadillac has really spent a lot of time thinking about the look and the feel and the form and the function of this screen, and it really is quite beautiful. And then you'll see here, you can actually see the lights in there, right? So I can't see that, but you can see that on the screen there. This means this is equipped with Super Cruise. And Cadillac has been really focused on making sure that every one of its vehicles and every one of its drivers has access to Super Cruise. Here we have a 2-spoke steering wheel, which is really nice because you can put your hand there on long drives, or rest your hand there, or you can take your hands off if you're using Super Cruise. And then we have all of our functions here for driver assist, and then we have our phone and entertainment functions here. But I want to show you this, and that is the center console. So in addition to this upper screen, we have this lower screen that has all of our climate functions. We have these cup holders here. Look how beautiful these are. They are trimmed in this textured metal. It almost feels like a watch band or a piece of jewelry. It's really gorgeous. And you'll have that texture here and the texture here on the entertainment dial. And you can actually see there as I dial, the functions move over, and there's a nice little toolbar there. So I can use this to really control a lot on the multimedia screen. Behind the climate panel, there's a nice little console here. I've just tossed my phone there, and this is where you'll find charge port. There's another console there, and you can see that one allows for a large storage area. So you could actually fit like a small backpack or a day, a crossbody or something there, which is really nice. And then we have a nice little console here underneath the armrest. I really like how they have configured all of the space in here. And then look at, because this is Cadillac and because it's got this really beautiful brushed metal, I'm gonna say I was just looking at that and thinking, oh, huh, and then I touched it and it really feels so good. And this is going to be fingerprint free, and it's going to not glare, and it's going to look really nice, really elegant, this sort of satin metal finish. And then we have the leatherette here and on the door panels, and there's even some nice wood grain here with ambient lighting. You can see that little ambient lighting strip there. And then the Cadillac leather, which is actually not leather. This is leatherette. And then there are even speakers here in the headrest. And Cadillac actually produced all of the materials for their electric cars, specifically with the intention of using no animal products and using really lightweight materials that look and feel beautiful, but don't have the impact on our environment that leather does. And I'm gonna say it's really pretty spectacular. Ooh. I want to show you this. Another feature you'll find in here is the digital rear view mirror, the video rear view mirror. And so there's the reflective view, so you can kind of see, maybe you can see me. And then I can just tap this and we get a digital rear view mirror, and it is configurable somewhat. So I can change the brightness, I can zoom in or I can zoom out. How cool is that? And then I can change, let's see. Oh, I can change the direction and I can change the brightness. Very cool. I really like these digital mirrors. They are a game changer, especially if you have people in all the seats. Speaking of the seats, let's go see the second row and the third row. So getting into the second row, I am impressed by how much space there is. So this has captain's chairs. It has seating, total seating for 6 passengers. Nice flat floor here, and it has this really beautiful screen here for climate. There are vents. There is a household outlet right there, and 2 USB ports, and even a little stuff drawer, cup holders, even cup holders right here tucked into the back of the center console. But check this out. This is one of my very favorite features. So down here, there's this button, and these seats slide and tilt forward. And what this means is not only does it give you a nice space for climbing into the third row, but you can slide and tilt these seats forward with a child passenger car seat installed. And what that means is if you've got a forward-facing seat or a rotating seat, you don't need to remove it to get into the third row. All you do is push that little button on the side and the seat tilts forward. And then these seats are on a rail. So notice how this one is a little more forward than the one next to it, but all I have to do is grab this rail on the bottom here, push it back, and it goes right back in position. How clever is that? This might be the best part, and that is getting into the third row. So you just push this little button here on the side, and these seats slide and tilt, and they can do this with a child passenger car seat installed. And what that means is you don't have to take out that rotating seat or forward-facing child passenger car seat to get into the third row. That's really nice. And then you can also position these seats however you like. So this little bar on underneath the seat, you can push it forward or back to position the seat wherever you want. Now I'm going to, and go with me here, I'm going to climb into the third row. So come here. Let's see how much room there is here in the third row. So this seat is pushed forward a little bit, and I can't get my legs back behind it. But if I push the seat all the way forward, I will be able to. So there's a lot of headroom. Third row passengers have a sunroof overhead. We have this nice headrest that I'm going to push up out of the way so I'm more comfortable. They fall down automatically when you lower the seats, which you can do with the push of a button. There are cup holders. There's this nice little armrest right here. Air vents here. There's a USB port. And then there's this nice window. It has this sort of Cadillac electric graphic here, which we see on the outside. And then there is a sunroof. Everybody in this car has a sunroof. So there's one over the third row, but there's also one over the center and the front row. Really nice, large panoramic sunroof. To get out of the third row, all you have to do is push this little button right here on the back of the seat. And there goes the seat, and now I can exit the Cadillac Vistiq. Here's what I really want to show you is this. So that's how you get into the cargo area, is by pushing the Cadillac badge, which is illuminated. It's a really cool piece of glass, and I'll show you that. But look at this cargo space. So this is really sizable cargo space. But wait, there's more. There is space here underneath the cargo floor for it's quite a sizable space, actually. So you could fit some nice big things in there, some tote bags, middle schoolers' backpacks. You probably get 2 of those in there. So that's a really nice size cargo area behind the third row. If you're doing that afternoon school run, you've got room for 4 kids plus all their stuff, which is pretty amazing. This is a nice detail. You can just push this button and fold those seats. You can just push this button and these seats fold down. Whoop, that one's not going to work because I have that seat too far back. And then you can push this button and fold down the center row seat as well. I like that this didn't work because that means if something's not right, it will stop. The Cadillac Vistiq is going to go on sale sometime later this year, probably August or September. This is the 2026 model. And the key stats, it has a 300-mile range, it has about 300 horsepower, and the price will be somewhere around $70,000. Stay tuned for more. We hope to take a test drive of this one pretty soon, but this is the latest in what is sure to be a very successful new model line. Based on the popularity of the Lyriq as well as many other Cadillac vehicles, the Vistiq is certainly going to be on your must-drive list.